Hello, colleagues. This is Matt Hill. I just wanted to take a little bit of time and walk you through some of the features of our new online grammar and mechanics instruction system called CSUWrites. We introduced this last semester. We started with a pilot. Some folks explored it last semester. And now the CSUWrites modules are included in all the English 101 course shells. At least they should be. So I wanted to give you a little bit of a tutorial on working with it, giving you a sense of what's in the system and how to use it. Based on our discussions in 2023-2024, we were migrating from the MyLabs Plus and My Writing Lab platform into something more homegrown and controlled, and that, of course, was CSUWrites. I spent most of the last year developing this in various forms. And again, we have complete control of this system, so we can revise it, we can update it, we can add stuff to it, we can rearrange it. So I wanted to give a tutorial on basically using it, what are the contents, and how we can use it in the classroom. So the CSUWrites is made up of several modules, and these are all should be imported directly into your English 101 Blackboard courses for the fall. So basically it's 4 content modules and 2 like little wrap up or intro modules. So there's 6 total modules in CSUWrites as currently constituted. So these are default hidden in your Blackboard course, so you can make them visible as necessary when you are using them in your classes and when you're assigning them. I would just go and make all of them open once you have the back-end gradebook stuff set up, which I will also walk you through how to do. All right, so 6 modules, they are copied into your Blackboard course by default. So there's nothing you should have to do on that end of things. So the first little module here is, this is the pre-production site. This is where I kind of refine the features of CSUWrites. I'm the only one who has access to this particular implementation of CSUWrites, but this is what was copied into everyone else's Blackboard. So this is basically what you have access to now, but it's in your own course. Okay, so the overview module is just a little introduction to the CSUWrites program. It has a little program overview for the students, basically giving the sense of what is going to be involved in doing the work for CSUWrites. It gives them the basic structure of every little section. So we have several content modules. We have the 6 modules overall. We have the 4 main content modules. And within each module, there's an overview handout, which is a downloadable document. This is the reading for the section. It has a video lesson based on the handout. A PowerPoint, again, used in the video lesson. So the first 3 parts of the content here all go together. Then we have a set of practice exercises. Again, this is meant to be formative assessment. These are just practice, and I think they can do them at least 2 times. And then we have a topic assessment, which is their section quiz, kind of the exit ticket for each section. So the overview just gives a sense of what CSUWrites will be for the student and what they're expected to do. Also in this section is a pretest. This is, again, a formative assessment just to see where students are. And this is based in the 75 of the 982 questions in CSUWrites. So it's 75 random questions. I might refine this a little bit more and have more specific questions as we go in future implementations of this. But right now, this is just 75 random questions based on almost 1,000 questions that I wrote. And again, does not have to count to the grade. It's more just to see where they're at as a starting point in all the areas that CSUWrites covers. So the first module, parts of speech, and this is basically replicated in each section, similar to my labs. So parts of speech and grammar essentials. So these are the basic, building blocks of language. In doing this, I found a lot of students struggled with, understanding the pieces of a sentence, understanding how language goes together. So I wanted to talk a little bit about functions of different kinds of words. So the first 6 little sections of CSUWrites are all about parts of speech and basic grammar. So you can see here in the first section 1.1, we have an overview document on nouns and articles. So it goes through common nouns, singular and plural nouns, irregular plural forms, articles, what that means. So it's not meant to be a giant, extensive piece of reading. It's just meant to be kind of a brief overview. So then we have the PowerPoint that's based on the handout. And then we have a Panopto lecture featuring yours truly, at least my voice, that covers the handout based on the PowerPoint. So on the assessment piece of each section, we have a practice set of questions. And again, this is like a 15 question. So I have a pool of 51 nouns and articles questions. It will pull 15 randomly and present them to the students. And that's different for every student and for every attempt. And the topic assessment, which I think they have a limit on, they can take that twice. So and so they get 2 attempts at passing the topic assessment. So the topic assessment right now is the only thing that is by design meant to hit the final grade for CSUWrites, which is 15% of the English 101 grade. And I will show you how to do that using the gradebook. All right, so you can see that each section basically has the same things in it, the 3 content bits and then the 2 assessment bits. So this goes the entire structure of CSUWrites. It's all built on the same kinds of things. So you can search around, you can review some of these, you can log in as a student and take some of the assessments. All the stuff is up there for you. So the second module, sentence structure, I think there's 8 sections of that. Mechanics and punctuation, there's 6 sections of that. Style and language, so covers everything from introduction to rhetorical contexts, language choices, how rhetoric and audience impact language, similar and confused words, transitions, clear and concise language, and varying sentence structure and combining sentences. So there is a wrap-up. There is a post-test if you would like to use it. Again, I've designed this as a formative assessment that is just more for everyone's knowledge than to hit the final exam, but you can set it to count as a summative assessment if you want. All right, so this CSUWrites is designed to be with a minimal touch from the instructor. You can use any of these you want in class. You're more than welcome to use the PowerPoints. You're welcome to use the handouts, whatever you want to use them for. But the actual work is designed for the student to complete it independently. So if you assign 1.2 pronouns, they'll have everything they need to do that work. They'll have instruction. They will, if they have questions, they can obviously come to you. But it is designed for them to work independently. So this is not meant to be something that takes up a lot of class time. You can use it. You can use all these resources as much as you want in class. It's up to you, but it is meant to be a student independent situation, a student independent resource. So all 4 of these have different content. Now, how I use these things in class, I generally make each module kind of a major assignment. I give the same due date for each section in the module. So for the assessments, say even from 1.1 to 1.6, You can see here that this has the default due date of 2/21/25. I think this is from the spring 25. We would have to update those. But I would give them, possibly 3 weeks from the beginning of the semester to do Module 1. 3 weeks after that to do Module 2, 3 weeks after that to do Module 3, 3 weeks after that to do Module 4. That brings you to about week 13 or 14, and you'll have CSUWrites complete. So again, I encourage them to work on each module consistently. I remind them to do a little each night, so that it will not be a super burden on them. There are going to be students who try to do it all the night before it's due, like there always is. So hopefully they will learn by Module 1 that doesn't really work too well. So you can assign these as you need, and you can assign them and use the elements in class or out of class. It works either way. So I think that gives you a sense of the basic function of the system. So I'm gonna stop this video here. I will start another one talking about the gradebook and how I assign due dates and how I use this as part of my English 101 gradebook.